Now, third concept is inclusive growth. So, what inclusive growth? What was your question? Is it same as economic development? Is it same as economic development? Yes or no? Inclusive growth. It is close to economic growth or economic development. Economic development. Now the question is that is it same as uh, economic development or different? Same or different? Hmm? Hmm? Same or not? Yes or no? Okay, so obviously it's not same. Otherwise, why I have mentioned third point? I could have written uh, or this or inclusive growth. So certainly different. So what is different? Can you tell me the main difference in economic development and inclusive growth? Which is broader, inclusive growth or economic development? Development or inclusive growth? Inclusive growth. Why? Hmm? Population, well-being. You mean to say well-being is there in this as well as in this? Development is broader. So it is difficult to answer this question. First, write down definition. So write down one definition. You mentioned that the United Nations Development Program, the United Nations Development Program, UNDP in short. So UNDP is a very important organization we'll be using again and again. The United Nations Development Program, UNDP, defined it as, in inverted commas, it is a process, in inverted commas, it is a process as well as an outcome. It is a process as well as an outcome where all groups of people, process as well as an outcome, where all groups of people have participated, where all groups of people have participated in the organization of growth, where all groups of people have participated in the organization of growth and have benefited and have benefited equitably from it and have benefited equitably from it and have benefited equitably from it, inverted commas close, and have benefited equitably from it. Okay, I repeat the definition. It is a process as well as an outcome where all groups of people have participated in the organization of growth and have benefited equitably from it. Okay, this is definition of inclusive growth as per UNDP. Now, can you tell me difference between inclusive growth and economic development? Which is broader now, inclusive growth or economic development? What is how it is broader? What? No, no. Uh, uh, Economic development also means well-being of people. Does not mean a few people only. Participation. Yes, the more core element is participation. If people should be participating in the growth process. Okay, so I will make a distinction with them. So, uh, which is broader overall, inclusive growth or economic development? Inclusive growth. Now just rather you may make a comparison. Economic development and inclusive growth. economic development is what? Is a process or outcome. It is an, I told you, it is an end. End means outcome. So it is actually an end. I told you already, it is an end in itself. So what is here? End means what here? Outcome means what outcome we want here? Social welfare or simply welfare? So ultimately, focus of economic development is to enhance welfare. Clear? And what is this inclusive growth? It is an outcome, enhancing well-being, and here means as well as outcome, both things are there in this. So it is actually a means. Means actually, you know, this process, means of process and outcome. So outcome here is same as welfare, yes or no? So outcome here is welfare or profit or any efficiency, any other thing. Common sense. Here welfare outcome is first we shall discuss outcome means end. So it is a process as well as an outcome, means an outcome. So outcome can be the same as welfare or equally benefit. Everybody will benefit equally. Hmm? Is it practically possible? Everybody will get equal benefit. So shall we include profit here also? Outcome is same or different? I mean to say here outcome is welfare. So here it is same or welfare. What we want, what outcome should be there in this? Welfare plus profit. No, profit is important. You know, from when we say national level, no. Ultimately, welfare. Profit will, because if you are doing business, you are not earning profit, you will be poor. So welfare will include profit, efficiency, everything. So ultimate thing is welfare. Same thing. Outcome cannot be different. Ultimate objective of all economies or every policy is welfare. Welfare of people overall. Welfare. Now means, now here the difference is that the focus is to enhance welfare here only, and here focus is to enhance welfare, and it is also sensitive towards the process. Now what should be process? Process should be participative process. Through a participative process, welfare, it is objective is to enhance well-being, and here to enhance well-being, welfare by a inclusive process, participative process here. So process should be what? Participative. So it means that this is concerned with the enhancing well-being as well as sensitive toward the process of enhancing well-being. In what manner you are enhancing well-being? So well-being should be increased through a participative process, and participative means the focus is on which aspect here? Participative means how people will participate in economic activities. So what is focus here? Participative means what? Focus is on which thing? How people participate through employment. So focus on employment here. If we have to enable people to contribute to economic activities, and they should benefit in that manner, they welfare should increase. Okay. So this concept actually was developed relatively in the last 2 decades, and economists are saying that government should not focus just on enhancing well-being, but government should also be sensitive towards the means of enhancing well-being. It should be up to a participative process. What the point? Which growth is expected to be more sustainable? This, because when people will start participating, they will get job, then they will continue contribute. They will enhance human capabilities also. Clear? Okay, but the difference is clear. So main here to enhance well-being only, and here is to enhance well-being, but with the inclusive process. So we have to be sensitive toward the process of enhancing welfare also. Both things we have to be concerned. But process is also important or not? And in developed countries, they have become developed. America, Europe, they are developed countries. Okay. So they have become developed country. The capitalist system has been successful. But do you think the process was just process? There was significant exploitation, class struggle. So they adopted an inclusive growth process. No, actually. So now situation is okay. But about 30, 50, 40, 40, 50 years back, what was the situation? 40, 50, 60 years back, there was significant exploitation of poor people actually. The process was not inclusive. Process was not just actually. So we have to develop, promote and enhance value of people in a with a just and inclusive process. Was this clear? Okay. Like subsidies and welfare payments like old age pension, widow pension are called redistributive policy. So I will discuss the redistributive policies or measures. Okay, redistributive measures. Example of redistributive measure is subsidies, welfare payment, to redistributive measures, subsidies. So these measures can achieve enhanced well-being of people. If government will give subsidized food to everybody, very cheap food, and government may to vulnerable sections like old age people, widows, or handicapped, government may transfer money in their account, just like widow pension, disability pension scheme is there. So would it enhance welfare or not, economic development? Yes or no? Yes. Okay? Because those people who are vulnerable, they will at least buy basic amenities. Okay? Now, this thing can achieve inclusive growth also or not? Yes or no? Welfare will increase or not? So inclusive growth will be there or not? No. Well-being will increase, but that is not a process was not participative. Okay, they will not be hungry, they will get basic amenities, but actually the process also has to be, we have to be sensitive to process. Process will not be participative. They did not earn. We government gave them some money so that their well-being improved. They have got access to basic amenities. So redistributive policies, measures like subsidies, welfare payments cannot achieve inclusive. Decentralization and devolution uh, will help in achieving inclusive growth. Yes or no? Yes, why not? Decentralization will help, but it will also help in achieving economic development also. So here main thing is that the people should contribute to economic development, to this production process, and they should benefit. It should not be freebie given to them, and hence they are getting access to basic amenities, their well-being may improve. No, they should contribute and then will should benefit. Manrega to some extent will improve. Now, clear? Okay, so this basic difference I think should be clear. Now, what is core element? What are features or components of the features or components of inclusive growth? Okay, so broad, uh, we can divide this in two categories. So, okay, in some sources they have divided in categories, but I'm dividing categories. Somewhere they have written just what are features. So, broad, I am dividing in two categories. One is actually enhance human. Now, how to achieve inclusive growth? So, what are features or what components are there? So, one is human capabilities. One is that we have to enhance human capabilities. Can you tell me how we can enhance human capabilities? So does it mean what does it mean? Can we say human capabilities and we may call it enhancing employability? Enhancing employability. So can we say it means the employment generation? Yes or no? No, it is not employment generation. It means making people capable of doing job, not creating jobs. Employment generation different thing. Okay, so one thing is increasing employability. And second thing is employment generation. People are educated, healthy, then we have to create job for them. And employment generation. So two important components are there. First is that we have to enhance human capabilities, make them employable. And second, now here what is included in this? What are components? To mention few components. In first one, like health, people should be healthy, they should get proper nutrition. People should be educated, people should be skilled, skill development. Okay, so health, education, skill development. Other is basic amenities. Sanitation, nutrition will come under this basic amenities. Basic amenities. Any other thing? Basic amenities. Other is even equal opportunities to all. Uh, Equal opportunities. Opportunities are not only job opportunities. Opportunities could be education, health, other basic things. So opportunities you are having in mind job opportunities. So for everything, like for accessing basic things, equal opportunities, there should not be any discrimination. And even women empowerment is a component because women empowerment will is related with this equal opportunities for all. Yes? So these things in general are needed to enhance human capability. People should be healthy, educated, trained. Okay, they should get basic amenities so that they should be fully developed. So one thing is that to make people employable. Now second, what we have to do then, people are healthy, educated, skilled. Then second thing we have to create jobs, employment generation. Now how to create jobs? So employment generation, like one which how where if you want to work, where will you be working? Either government job or in private sector. Private sector, where will you work in private sector? Organization is which kind of organization? Mainly business. So if you will establish a business company, you have to make investment. So one most important thing is to promote investment. Is establishing new factory. It may be called capital formation. We'll discuss in detail capital formation. So which is government scheme, most important scheme to promote investment, to encourage establishment of business in India. Most important is Make in India. We will discuss in much detail actually these things. So I'm just giving you reference because in industry it is long topic Make in India. Okay, to focus of Make in India is on which thing? In one word. In mainly improving which thing? Improving how to promote investment. This is objective. How to improve ease of doing business by reducing the procedural aspects and making it easier for doing business. Okay, improving business environment. Okay, ease of doing business. In detail we will discuss. Like proceed hurdles, etc. should be less. Okay, other is like if a person is unemployed, so either you can do job in a company or you may establish your own company. So then we will call it entrepreneurship development. Entrepreneurship, ENTREPRENEURSHIP. Entrepreneurship development. Like we should enable people to establish their own business, like Startup India, schemes for that, like Startup India, Stand Up India. Okay, Startup India, Stand Up India, even Mudra to some extent, Mudra Yojana. Okay, so we will discuss in detail as I told you. Other thing is that what type of companies create more jobs, small or big? Usually small companies are more labor intensive. So support to micro, small and medium. enterprises, MSME, support to micro, small and medium, support to micro, small and medium enterprises. Because why, government is consistently supporting the small companies, MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises. Why? Because of the most important reason is that they are important for employment generation. So from independence till now, a lot of schemes are there to support this. Even Mudra Yojana, a lot of schemes are there. Separately, we will discuss. Okay, all of these topics are we will discuss actually in detail, like MSME, this investment, etc. Other is what other things government can do? Like some sectors, just like MSMEs are more labor intensive, especially some sectors are more labor intensive. So shall government promote that? Yes. So support to labor intensive sector, support to labor intensive sector. Can you give me example of labor intensive sector? Textile, textiles or garment industry, textile, or maybe called clothing. Any other? Other is not so much. Infrastructure not so much. So textiles industry. Other is this footwear including leather, footwear and leather. Other food processing industry. So food processing industry, that is why I mentioned separately in your labor. So food processing industry. Other sector, construction. So construction sector. So these are highly labor intensive sectors. Okay, so government has been supporting these or not? Yes. Even 2 years back, there was a chapter in economic survey, clothes and shoes. Clothes and shoes, why? These clothes means they have mentioned in the chapter that these sectors are highly labor intensive, means apparel sector like ready-made garments, and shoes means related with the footwear and leather sector. So these are highly labor intensive, and there is significant scope of export potential also. There are some benefits. So government provided one package for these sectors. Okay, and these sectors are being supported by government because of this thing. Okay, other is that government can start some programs to create jobs, like employment generation program. But what is full name of those employment generation program, like Manrega? So what is Manrega is put under which category? Employment generation program. What is full name of that category? No, that is called poverty alleviation and employment generation program. So poverty alleviation and employment generation program. Poverty alleviation and employment generation program. Okay, so poverty alleviation and employment generation program. Okay, so so these are actually interrelated, like Manrega and lot of other programs are there. So Manrega means, under Manrega, what happens to, like, road is constructed or minor irrigation or some trees are planted. What is benefit? One thing is that one infrastructure developed like road, etc. And second, people get jobs. The focus on jobs. And other kind of schemes are self-employment programs, where government will give training and then bank will provide loan so that you can set up your own small business. So that are self-employment. So in detail we will discuss later. So employment generation, these are some important measures for employment generation. Okay, in unemployment next chapter we will also revisit these things again. Okay, but in detail separate sections we will take up. Okay, so we are talking about inclusive growth. So what is needed for inclusive? What are features or components? Components are, we have to enhance capability of people, make them employable, and we have to create job for people so that everybody will be employed. So then it will lead to inclusive growth. So difference I think is clear between economic development and inclusive growth. So do you think the policy makers should also be sensitive towards the process also or not? Should they just focus on enhancing well-being? Process is also important, because process should also be just inclusive process should be there, and that process will lead to more self-sustained growth. The difference is clear. Okay, so three concepts we have discussed: economic growth, economic development. Those are very clear. And but here minor difference here is, so in the last 2 decades, as I told you, so there is the economists are saying it just not government should not just focus on anything well-being, but also should also be sensitive towards the process. Okay, even in means one question was asked on the inclusive growth. Means what are features of inclusive growth? And second component, do you think India is experiencing such a growth process? And third point, in third section was that suggest measures to achieve inclusive growth. So first thing is that means features of such inclusive growth. So simply you have to give definition. You can give definition and these are features. Okay. Now India is experiencing, but I have not discussed anything. But on the basis of whatever you have idea, so India has been experiencing such a growth process. Yes or no? Yes, no, partial. Hmm? Obviously, answer is partial. So because as far as growth is concerned, we are one of the fastest growing economy in the world. So rather in this chapter, like in indices and next chapter about Indian economy, I will give you much data about this. I just need brief idea. So obviously answer is partial and more close to yes or no, rather more close to no. More close to no in the sense it will be clear in the next section when I give you India's ranking in various human development indices, various indices which measures well-being. So as far as growth is concerned, we are one of the fastest growing economy in the world in the last 3 decades. Growth is very high. But were we successful in converting growth into development? No. So if our rank on most of the social variables actually indicators is very low. So I will give you actually data in various actually indices. So partial, okay, not much. Although growth has been very high, but we were not very successful to convert that growth into inclusive growth. This is the has been a problem. Even jobless growth I will discuss separately in next chapter in common. So overall, I will give you data in that. Now the third part is that they suggest measures. So what we can suggest? Simply, government should focus in this. Social sector expenditure should be increased. Effectiveness of development programs should be increased, and on job creation, these measures. Okay, so suggestion will be related to this. Okay, just I give you ID, but things are interrelated, interdependent. So in writing means answer, you have to correlate from other things also. Okay, so this is just this idea I gave you. Okay, so we have discussed these three concepts. Now another concept is human development. Human development. So human development is what is human development? Can we say enhancing well-being of people? Yes. So just write down one definition of UNDP. So mention that as per UNDP. Okay, as per UNDP in inverted commas, it is it is the process of widening people's choices, widening people's choices, people's choices, widening people's choices, as well as raising the level of well-being, widening people's choices, as well as raising the level of well-being achieved, as well as raising the level of well-being achieved. Is whatever level of well-being which is already achieved, we have to further enhance that level of well-being. So process of widening people's choices as well as raising the level of well-being achieved. So whatever level of well-being we have achieved, we have to further enhance that level of well-being. Can we see and what is meaning of choices? You know, uh, as a first, I'll explain the second component as well as raising the level of well-being achieved. So whatever level of well-being achieved, we have to enhance that well-being. So human development means enhancing well-being, and first component in that process of widening people's choices. So actually, widening people's choices means we should increase the choices to the people. So normally with development, choices increases or not? Yes. For example, poor people, do they have much choices? No, they don't have much choices. Choice means a poor person has to take lunch, so can go to any restaurant. No, has to reside, can rent accommodation in anywhere. No. want to send children to school, so obviously selected options are there. So normally with development, choices with people increases or not? And can we say increasing widening of people's choices, does it reflect welfare? Yes, because you have more choice, you have more options, you will select which option which will give you more satisfaction. So when choices will increase, the scope of well-being will, so both are almost same. So in simple words, definition is not very important here. Only should have idea say enhancing well-being is human development. Okay, so definition, I just gave you definition, but not very important. Inclusive growth is a very important concept. So question can again be asked, but only idea say enhancing welfare. So both are almost similar. Enhancing choices and enhancing well-being in human development. Now, can you tell me difference in it is close to which concept? Economic growth, economic development, economic development. Now, can you tell me difference between economic development and human development? Can you tell me difference? Very close. Economic development and human development. Hmm? Hmm? There is also production, not as such. So, production without production, welfare will not be possible. Main difference. Can you tell me difference economic development and human development? Actually, it's very difficult because very close. Hmm? Outcome, but this is also outcome human welfare. Human development is also same. No, actually, it's very difficult. Actually, both are almost same or rather same. But what is difference then? Difference is in perspective. So difference in the two is perspective. Here, when we are talking from a human perspective, enhancing well-being of people, we mean what? Human development. When we are talking about enhancing well-being of people in an economy, then we mean okay. So when we are talking about human perspective in general, then human development, enhancing well-being. Okay, and when we are talking about enhancing well-being of people in an economy, then economic development. What the point? So what is relation? Can we say economic development means what? Or you mentioned this thing, human development in an economy is economic development. Human development in an economy. So when we talk about human development in the context of an economy, then that is economic development. Clear? So actually the difference is in perspective. Concept is same here, well-being, human well-being, but the perspective is a human perspective in general when we talking about enhancing well-being of people, and when we talk in the context of an economy, then become economic. As I told you, human development index. What is indicator of this? HDI. So human development index measures what? Economic development, but does not measure human development. Human development index, so it measures human development. But since it measures human development from the in our economy, like in India and other countries, then we may call it economic development. Logic is clear. So both concepts are almost same. The only difference is in perspective. It is general human perspective. It is in the context of an economy. Okay? If I say enhancing well-being of people, what does it mean? Human development. And if I say in this economy, then economic development. Okay?